All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to interview one half of Ray Shrummered. A little bit of a different episode from what I usually have with my guests on, in general who I interview. Please welcome Slim Jimmy. You
What's
know,
going on, man?
dude, nothing much, man. Just, enjoying life right now. But listen, like I said on the intro, you know, I have mentioned about how you are one half of Ray Shrummered. We're here in 2024, and what do you kind of think of Ray Shrummer in 2024, or just even yourself kind of heading, halfway through this year?
Shit, we just dropped the album last year, Shrimp for Life.
Hmm.
It was nice. We got Shrimp 5 possibly on the way. And me and my brother, we achieved our goals. We lived our dream. We're still
Hmm.
living it. And I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, well, for sure, man. And obviously, since you've been in this scene for a long time, where was like this origin and passion for creating Ray Shrummer, and especially taking over the scene?
What you mean? What you mean?
Like what was the origin like where did Ray Shrummer kind of start, and where did the passion come from for creating you and Sway Lee, Ray Shrummer, if that makes sense?
Yeah, well, we started in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started in Mississippi.
Like I said before, you've kind of been in the scene for a long time, right? How much do you like the scene of hip hop and where it is now compared to back then?
When it comes to music, I think music's in a
Yeah.
good place. Uh, I think
Hmm.
especially with this Drake and Kendrick beef, I feel like they just brought quality back to music. You know what I'm saying? That was a very nice battle between the two gentlemen. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think music's in a good place. We got a lot of great artists, a lot of great female artists. It's a real diverse culture right now. I like it. It's a real diverse culture right now. We have a lot to offer, a lot to say. It's a lot of different varieties of acts, and I think we're in a good place. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. And one thing you did mention, Drake Kendrick, kind of going there back and forth. If you want to say your opinion or you can't say your opinion, who do you think won that beef between the two?
Kendrick won for sure,
Okay. Got
but
you. Okay, I feel like that's consensus.
it was
Hmm.
still great. It was still great to see like them do that though. You know what I'm saying? Like straight
Yeah,
bars, goddamn talent. Like just we don't get that often. You know what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? We know nobody
Yeah.
was gonna get hurt, and nobody gonna get hurt in this beef. It's just straight raps, music, and quality music. Like that's all we got, and that's all we wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, no, for sure. And I mean, especially with this whole Drake Kendrick beef, I don't know where to rank it in terms of all-time beefs. I know it's definitely not the best, but I think it's definitely for sure like a top three rap beef that will go down in history. I don't know where you would kind of gauge that.
I would put it since like a beef that we know nobody's gonna get hurt, nobody's gonna die, and it's
Hmm.
just gonna stay straight music, or that
Yeah,
we feel like is gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows how personal it really is, but
yeah,
I feel like this is up there with like the ethers and those type of disses. You know what I'm saying? Those type of
yeah.
beefs.
Got you, got you. Yeah, no, that's totally fair to say. And kind of going along with that whole thing, right? The Drake Kendrick thing was very big in social media, and you obviously what you've done, right, is kind of push some of your songs through social media, like like Black Beatles. If you were and to kind of like switch it up a little bit, right? Because people utilize social media to get attention to their music. If you were to kind of like how do I explain this? If you were to kind of like put some of the songs out now versus like back then, do you guys think that you'd be even bigger than you are now?
Shoot, I feel like the time we came out was unique
Hmm.
to our situation because we came out
Yeah.
making music that was not like any of the other music around. So
Got
no,
you.
I feel like that was the best time for us to come out because we stuck out like a sore thumb. It wasn't a lot of groups. It wasn't a lot of people duos. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It was us and probably the Migos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. What and especially, to kind of go around the topic of like social media and like marketing around with that music, do you think it's easier to be an artist now or a lot harder compared to back then? Because,
I,
yeah,
it's
sorry,
harder. It's for sure.
definitely harder.
It's not harder to be an artist, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's harder to be noticed with all the. It's a lot of artists on Instagram. Not everybody's an artist, but it's just a lot of them. So you gotta stick out. You gotta find a way to stick out, and I feel like it's harder today than it used to be.
Oh no, that's for sure. I feel like, there's so much competition now and like, whatever the community is in general, social media. I mean, if we can use hip hop as an example, I think everyone wants to be an artist at the end of the day. I see it on TikTok, literally just scroll if you scroll through, there's hundreds of people just trying to make it at the end of the day. It's crazy of how much competition there is at the end of the day. But I to kind of bounce back on that. What would you say is like the biggest thing that, you've kind of learned, I want to say, throughout all this? And
I learned to just worry about. I mean, I already knew this, but I feel like it just grew to be a thing for me just to worry about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot going on. A lot of shit be distractions. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I try to keep myself from being distracted. You know what I'm saying? I mind my own business. I'm not worried about industry stuff,
Hmm.
hanging out, all that type of weird shit. I ain't into it. You know what I'm saying? You see what's going on
Yeah.
today with all this weird Hollywood stuff coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a good way to be.
Oh, for sure. Actually, I kind of like that you did mention that. A few days ago, I was listening to an interview of yours with shit. Okay, I don't remember the show, but there was a show that you had an interview on, right? And you did talk about like, how you don't go to parties, it's necessarily because you don't want to get distracted and you want to stay in that studio, kind of having that, that grind mindset. It's kind of a two-part question, but A, how have you gotten that mindset to begin with? And B, is there anyone in particular or a particular instance that really puts you in that path to make sure that you don't get distracted?
I don't want to go back to being broke. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really
Hmm.
poor coming up, and I know if I stop working, it's only one direction you're going. You know what I'm saying? If you're not producing, you're not having no income, then you're
Hmm.
just spending money, and you're gonna end up,
Yeah.
somewhere you don't want to be. But like that's what keeps me focused, and the thing that keeps me from the parties is just like I'm social, but I'm social with, my group of friends. When I go out with my people where I feel comfortable at, I don't feel the need to try to like go hang out with people I don't know, fit in with crowds. Like I don't. That's not a thing for me,
Yeah.
And I feel like that saved me from a lot of bullshit.
Hmm. I get what you mean. And how do you kind of like, how do I say it? How can you tell whether like, in your opinion, whether someone is, trying to help you with like good intentions versus like what some people may say kind of cloud chasing nowadays? Was kind of your
Um,
like,
I
hmm
I don't really have a way to tell, but you just always
hmm
hope for the best. I don't. It's not like I'm just everybody and anybody linking with anybody and everybody, but
hmm
I do try to have discernment when it comes to who I deal with and who I associate with and who I like keep in contact with and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's just a roll of the dice. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. For sure. There there was another thing that you kind of mentioned about what is it? On that same interview, I've finally got the name. It was with Bagfield. That's what it was. Bagfield.
Yeah,
You talked about how like, you don't really like wearing jewelry and just in general, like a whole bunch of materialistic stuff. I feel like usually with, some people when either the fame is coming up or like even when they have like a lot of money, they'll buy a whole bunch of materialistic stuff. What kind of makes you not immediately buy all those chains and not just go towards that route?
I already did, and then
Hmm.
I got ADHD. I'll be losing shit. You know what I'm saying? So I done
Hey,
lost
same here.
I done lost $50,000 Rolexes. I done lost $100,000 chains. I done lost $40,000 earrings. I done did shit like that. But not even
Yeah.
lost. Probably got stolen because I just was so lackadaisical. Because I have so many things on my mind. So I just like to save myself money and stress. I just rather just. It's not even a big thing to me to wear jewelry. I'd rather just have the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Do you kind of like, since you don't really like you don't really buy that type of stuff, do you kind of like use that money on other things, how do I say it? Like I know when some people don't really usually buy jewelry and stuff, they'll kind of go in more of a business mind or maybe just
Yeah.
kind of be more is it philanthropy where they kind of give back? What do you
Feeling
kind of
feeling
do
top of
yeah. What do you kind of use that money towards if that makes sense?
honestly, I'm getting into business now, but
Got
honestly,
you.
before as of recently, I just been goddamn using it to live life.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's it. Just live life.
definitely.
Go be with my friends, happiness with my family, all that type of stuff. Take care of my kids. I got my kids in daycare and all that type of good stuff. My taking care of the mother of my children, shit like that.
Got you. Got you. It and you know, obviously now since you've been in the industry for a long time, would I would assume, you know, kids definitely playing the part of what I'm about to ask, but what would be your biggest motivation to kind of keep going every day?
My biggest motivation is to I just want to elevate. Like I want to have something to leave for my kids. I want to be able to help uh people that I love and just stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Okay. That's totally fair. Totally fair. Um, I got a few more questions in the whole music stuff, and then I want to go into one other like segment. Um, I want to ask you, you know, personally, what is your, you know, top five, you know, favorite songs that you've kind of recorded and released? I kind of want to hear from, you know, someone who's a creator yourself.
I say number one, Flaunt It, but it was an original version of that song without another song on it that I really had loved. Uh, top songs I
Hmm.
recorded that have been released. I say Brinks Truck. Then I say No Type, Black Beatles, Osamo, We Young Thug, and Nicki Minaj.
Totally fair, respect. I want to go, you know, last question on the whole music thing. We'll move on from here. You know, what are, you know, some goals that you kind of have for the rest of the 2024?
My goals is I'm about to drop some music, so I would like to see my music. Um, I would like to have a good response to my music. My goal is to just drop music and be consistent for the rest of the year. I want to drop at least 5 songs and then, put the visuals out, marketing, all that type of stuff. And then I want this to roll into an album for next year. Right now I'm in Atlanta recording an
Yeah.
album. So, working hard.
Got you. I know you said earlier that you know, you're planning to have another Ray Shrummer album. Is that the album you're working on for right now Atlanta, or is it something else?
Now, right now I'm working on
Okay,
my debut
got you.
solo project.
Hell yeah, man. I'm excited for that. Now, um, I kind of want to switch little things to boxing because something that I've kind of noticed that you've been wanting to get into a little bit, especially through Twitter from time to time, is the, you know, influencer boxing scene. What kind of got you into this whole, you know, influencer boxing scene? What kind of caught your eye with it?
Well, I like combat sports. I'm a really big fan of combat sports, and when I seen the influencer boxing side, I was like, that's something I would definitely be interested in doing because
Yeah.
I'm an adrenaline junkie. It's not like I'm not one
Hmm.
of those guys. Like it's not like it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I wanna go in there and fight. I'm not afraid of it. It's cool. To me, it's something that I don't play basketball. You know how they got celebrity basketball? I don't play
Yeah.
basketball, but I
Hmm.
love to go box. So you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's different arenas, but it's the same type of thing. And I just like that's something I
Hmm.
really would love to do. I love that type of adrenaline rush sport and all that type of shit.
Definitely. And you know, you said that you're a big combat sports fan. Do you watch a whole bunch of combat sports like boxing and UFC?
Yeah, I like to watch boxing a lot. I'm not a big UFC guy, but
Got
I
it.
like boxing.
You know, what's crazy is that today's the, you know, Fury Usyk fight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
who do you have winning it?
Oh damn, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Tyson Fury is just like he's a freak of nature for the way his body is made, his
Hmm.
boxing acumen, like he's really talented. Like I wanna see I think I would put my smart money on Fury, but I'm not gonna say Usyk
Hmm.
is just soft like that. He's nice too. So I don't really have I can't choose.
That's fair. It's a 50-50 fight to be fair. I don't at this point you're better off like some people are actually better off just flipping a coin to see who's gonna
Yeah.
win. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy. What about some favorite boxers? Who do you like? What are some boxers that kind of catch your eye and, you know, really like watching?
I like I like uh I like Tank, of course. I like what's that little dude, Tank for little Spanish guy.
Oh,
Um
Isaac Cruz, Pitbull.
Come on, I like Isak. Yeah, I love him. I like
He's
Isak.
cool.
Let's see. I like Ryan Garcia. I'm not gonna lie.
Ryan's cool. Yeah,
I
no,
like Ryan
definitely.
Garcia.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he's fun to
He
watch for
definitely
sure.
beat the odds recently, but
Yeah,
yeah, he's fun to watch. He's gonna go for a knockout. Like I like fighters like that
that's
that's gonna
cool.
throw punches. So
That's
yeah,
respect.
him. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like Hey man, I can't even think of the names right now. I'm so tired, bro. I've been in the
Nah, you
studio.
good, bro. Don't worry about it.
I
Don't worry
can't think
about
of
it.
the names.
You good. Don't worry about it, man. But no, there's definitely some respectful boxers that you've kind of listed out, especially with Ryan and Tank. Hopefully, if they do ever rematch, we'll see what happens then. But I kind of want to transition a little bit, back to influencer boxing. I've seen that you and Mams have been talking, and he's kind of introduced you to Misfits boxing. How do you like Misfits boxing in general and how it's ran?
I think Misfits has a great platform. I think they have a great scene. The way it's ran is real cool. Like I like KSI. I like
Hmm.
Logan Paul. I don't know if Logan Paul is a part of it, but I like the way
Yeah.
they do their shit. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's entertaining to watch. I feel like they don't make their fights
Hmm.
like they don't imitate professional boxing fights. They have their own swag, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
one thing that I like about Misfits the most. Like there's a lot of platforms that have contacted me, but I really had pursued Mams like and them like, hey, I want to fight on y'all platform because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to show them. So I put up to the gym with Mams. Shout out to Mams. And yeah,
Hmm.
we worked out together and Mams know like I really do want to get in the ring. And we talk on the phone and I let them know like whenever I have serious time to do it, I really want to get in that ring. But right now I'm working on this project. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you.
As soon as I finish this, I am damn sure gonna go get in that ring. He's ready to set me up with an opponent. And I really just love Misfits and the people over
Yeah.
there and everything. Like it's nice. Like it's a great company.
Got you.
Like
No, dude, totally, dude. Much respect to Misfits. I've been to one event in Misfits is like in Tennessee, and I love
yeah,
how like everything is at the end of the day. It's they do it different. You know what I mean
yeah.
from other stuff.
It's kind of like it's kind of like wrestling, like with the energy. You know what I'm saying? They have
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
that wrestling energy, like WWE type shit. And then it's just like
Hmm.
a real boxing match. So it's like fun. It's not the classic shit that we normally watch. When you watch two influencers, you're not expecting them to act like Mike Tyson and fucking Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? You're not
Yeah.
expecting them to act like professional boxers. You're expecting them to like put on a show. And Misfits definitely puts on a show. It's entertaining and it's fun to watch. And I feel like the fans love it. The kids can get into it. I can get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's just cool.
Yeah. One thing you kind of did say a bit earlier is how you do want to get into the ring. You said right now is not a good time. Do you think 2025 is a good timeline to kind of see you in the ring?
I do. I think later this year or 2025 is when you're going to see me
Hmm.
100%.
Got you. Okay, I'm excited, man. And w- one interview I did see you on, another one I will say. It was called No Limits, and you were on there. You kind of talked about influencer boxing a little bit with them. And one thing you did say was that you wanted to be on Misfits '09, or you were on Misfits '09. It was back in September. Was there any particular reason why you were not on that card or you couldn't be on the card?
Man, I don't even know. I thought I was gonna get like a call or something. So I was like hyping it up, but it never happened.
Mm.
But you know, you
Okay,
gotta
fair.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta dream until you make shit happen. I'm manifesting. I really did
No.
think I was gonna be on one of them cars though, because from some of the conversations I had, but it's all good. It's all
Oh,
God's
that's
timing.
fair.
I don't ever just stress no shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. No, I mean, and I mean, dude, one day you'll definitely be on. It'll be very exciting. Actually, sorry, this question just popped up in my mind. If you ever do box, right, getting into the ring, obviously there's a ring walk. Would you ever perform in your ring walk before getting into the ring and fight?
I definitely thought about doing my own ring walk with my own performance. Yeah,
Okay, I feel like that'd be.
thought about it. I thought
I
about
don't
it.
know if I don't know if I've really seen that before with artists. So I feel like that'd be very interesting to kind of see. But um and, in that ring too, is there any particular someone that you kind of want to box in there, or is it just whoever?
I'm not gonna call nobody out. It's just whoever. You
Oh,
know what
okay,
I'm saying? I don't
that's fair. Hmm.
like whoever wants to get in there, I'll get in there.
Okay, that's fair. Totally fair. Now, on the other side of influencer boxing, right? Jake Paul, he has a big fight coming up against, Mike Tyson. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Personally, I'm not a fan of that fight for a lot of the
Mm,
reasons the general public isn't a fan of that fight. Jake Paul's, I feel like he's already done so many fake fights. It's like now we want to see you like when he fought, what's his name? Tyson Fury, little brother. That was a good fight. I was like,
yeah.
hey, I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's like Jake
Definitely.
Paul really testing himself, and it was a good fight. Like I want to see more fights like that, not where he's like is picking easy, super easy opponents and sleeping them. That's not even nothing. Like the cab driver guy, that wasn't like nothing. I watched that fight and I was like, it just made me less of a have less of a chance of buying the next fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to see
Got you.
Jake Paul
Hmm.
fight somebody for real, like Mike Tyson. If he would have been 15, 20 years younger, this might have been like
Hmm.
a eye opener for me. But like right now, I just feel like, nah, that's not it. It
Nah, I got
looks weird. And you're putting your life on the line when you get in the ring. Like Mike Tyson,
yeah.
old as fuck. It's like, bro, you might get hit the wrong way. You don't know what's gonna happen. Nobody
Nah,
can
I
say
got you.
Jake Paul don't got hands. He got hands, and he's strong as shit. It's like, bro, you
Hmm.
gotta like, come on now. You might hit this man. He might not never wake up. We don't want to lose Mike Tyson like that, but
Yeah,
you know,
no, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. No, a lot of people are very outraged about that fight. One thing I did kind of see though a little bit, I saw that you made a song with Jake Paul called Litmus or whatever. How did that all
yeah.
kind of come about?
Back in the day, man, Jake Paul, he was trying to rap, and they sent me some songs, and I got on one of them. It was a Christmas song.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. That's totally fair. All right. Well, I'll before we kind of wrap up the interview, I do want to kind of ask. I know I asked you about goals, but what about like any announcement or news that you can kind of release if you possibly can to your fans?
Oh man, I can't release no news. Only news I got is
Mhm.
I'm getting ready to release a song, Chop, and y'all just be on the lookout for that.
All right, totally fair. And for everyone who's still tuned into this interview, if you guys really enjoyed, this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. The goal at the, end of the month, hopefully, or hopefully sometime by the end of the year, is 1,000 subscribers. So please hit that, and I'll see you guys on the next one.